The seventh tab across the top is the Federal Tax tab. This shows the most pertinent data to the client about their federal tax liability. The first line shows their adjusted gross income before Social Security, so this would be, employment earnings, benefits, additional income. That's all added up here. And then their total Social Security benefits, if it's a couple, it combines the two of them as shown here. And then what's very critical for most retirees is how much of that Social Security is going to be taxable. So that just shows what percentage of it's going to be taxable. Anytime this is below 85%, that means that any additional income is going to be taxed at typically about 150 to 185% of whatever their tax bracket is. So very important to see whether or not they have 85% of their Social Security taxed yet, because if not, any additional income is going to strongly affect them. Once you add the AGI before Social Security to the taxable Social Security, that gives you adjusted gross income. You then take off the greater of the itemized or standard deduction. For most retirees, probably 95% of them, you're going to be looking at a standard deduction here. That gets you to federal taxable income, and at that point the federal taxes are calculated. Shows what they have due for just regular ordinary income tax, and then if they have any qualified dividends or capital gains that are being taxed, that'll show here. And then if they had a huge gain and had net investment income taxes due, it also calculates that. On the profile tab, you were given the opportunity to enter any credits. They would go here. And then any scheduled federal withholding that you entered along the way for benefits, employment, what have you, that gets added up here. And typically when you're entering a new profile, you're not putting anything in there because you just don't know what the withholding is. So once you've got the projected taxes due, then you can just copy these values with just highlight it and press control, hold your control key down and press C. And then you can assign these distributions to wherever it's most appropriate. Make sure when you do that that you always click on the update button. We'll come back over here, pick up this distribution, click the update button again. That recalculates federal taxes. And then when we come over here, we see that there's no projected due at all. So what we're trying to do is get to a zero refund or taxes due. That's how you smooth out a retiree's cash flow so that they just don't have any surprises, or they don't have a refund coming back that's going to be taxed more than it really should be.